In a move that has sent shockwaves through the international community, former U.S. President Donald Trump has thrust himself back onto the world stage, initiating peace talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This unexpected development comes after nearly 3 years of brutal conflict in Ukraine, a conflict that has reshaped geopolitical alliances and sparked the worst humanitarian crisis in Europe since World War II. Trump's foray into international diplomacy began with a lengthy phone call with Putin, a conversation lasting over 90 minutes and focusing on finding a peaceful resolution to the ongoing war. This was followed by separate calls with Zelensky, where Trump outlined his vision for peace and emphasized the need for dialogue. Details of the Trump-Putin conversation remain closely guarded, but sources suggest that the two leaders discussed a range of issues, including the possibility of a ceasefire and the framework for future negotiations. Notably, the prisoner exchange that coincided with the talks has been interpreted as a goodwill gesture, signaling a potential thaw in relations between the U.S. and Russia. The release of American teacher Mark Fogel from Russian custody, in exchange for Russian national Alexander Vinnik, has been welcomed by both sides, offering a glimmer of hope in what has been a long and bitter standoff. The announcement of planned meetings between Trump and Putin, with the first encounter scheduled to take place in Saudi Arabia, has further fueled speculation about the potential for a breakthrough in the conflict. While the details of these meetings are yet to be finalized, their very existence marks a significant shift in the dynamics of the conflict, raising hopes for a negotiated settlement that could bring an end to the bloodshed. However, the path to peace is fraught with challenges, and the success of these talks hinges on a multitude of factors, including the willingness of all parties to compromise and the ability of international actors to exert their influence and ensure a lasting peace. For Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Trump's peace initiative presents both an opportunity and a challenge. On the one hand, the prospect of ending the war and bringing relief to his war-torn nation is undoubtedly welcome. On the other hand, Zelensky finds himself in the unenviable position of navigating a complex web of international relations, caught between the ambitions of a former U.S. president seeking to reclaim his place on the world stage and the aggression of a Russian leader determined to achieve his geopolitical objectives. Zelensky's public statements have been carefully measured, reflecting the delicate balancing act he must perform. While acknowledging the significance of the Trump-Putin talks, Zelensky has expressed reservations about the sequencing of the conversations, particularly his displeasure at Trump speaking with Putin before engaging with him. This sentiment underscores the delicate nature of the situation, where perceptions of respect and